What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's vlog. If you guys have been paying attention, then you guys will know that the S2K is finally finished. As you can tell from the cinematic video, go watch that if you haven't yet. But the thing is, I left you guys on a little cliffhanger, and it's said to be continued at the end because something really unfortunate happened. But before I can show you guys what happened, let me go ahead and pull the S2K out of the canopy. Here she is right here. So are you guys ready to see why I haven't been working on this car and why this paint job was a complete fail? Let me show you guys. Boom, look at that. Do you guys see that? Oh my freaking God. Okay, let me explain. So everything was going fine during the paint job. In fact, it was going more than fine. It turned out so nice. I finished painting, I turned off the booth, and then we headed home. I came back the next day and I saw this. And so what ended up happening was I didn't tape down the plastic good enough, and so it flipped over after I turned off the booth. I think when I turned it off, it might have caused a vacuum in the fans or something. But instead of just sitting here being sad about it, we're gonna go ahead and respray the whole car, because why fix that part when I can make the paint job a lot better, since this will be my second time painting a full car. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm going to be wet sanding the whole entire car and repainting it. But let me show you guys how good the paint job turned out. It turned out freaking amazing. Look at that. Look at that glass. It's kind of dirty right now, but check out the pearls. Not sure if it's picking up. Oh, look at the pearls. What you think of the paint job?
Bro, it's smooth.
Besides the plastic?
Yeah, it's smooth.
So we're gonna do exactly what his hat says and full send this paint job. We're gonna redo this and make it even better. All right, boys, so for the whole car, I'm going to be wet sanding with 600, but since this has some damage here, rather than taking the time to take it all off, I'm gonna hit it with 320. See all this shit? Boom, as you can see, the car is all sanded down with 600 grit and is ready for paint. Before I go ahead and paint this car, let me show you guys a few tips and tricks on what you can do so that your at-home paint job can turn out a lot cleaner. So first things first, you want to go to a hardware store and pick up this 6mm plastic that I have on the floor. Even if you mop and sweep and maybe blow out all the dust off of the ground, there still will be dust on the ground that could potentially land on your paint job. What this is doing is it is trapping down all the dirt, so you don't have to worry about kicking up any extra dirt, and you don't even have to wet the floors because this is basically a new ground. Before we can paint this car, what we're gonna go ahead and do is clean it with alcohol cleaner and wax and grease remover. In case you're wondering what I'm using to clean the car, it's this alcohol-based glass cleaner and this wax and grease remover right here. I usually start out cleaning it with this, and then I give it a final wipe down with the wax and grease remover using these special paper towels right here that are lint free. Everything is clean and ready for paint. Before I can paint the car, let's go ahead and put on my full paint suit and respirator so that I don't die. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Just like that, we're ready to go ahead and start painting the car. So let's go and mix up our primer sealer. The sealer I'll be using today is this Nason white sealer because we will be painting the car white. And this mix is 4-to-1, so that means 4 parts this and 1 part activator. So you would go up to, let's say you were to do 8 right there, you would go up to the number 8 with primer, and then up to the second number 8 with activator. We are good to go. So before I start spraying, I want to let you guys know the setup that I'm using. This is an Iwata LPH 400. I'll be using it for sealer, base, pearl, and clear. This is an amazing gun for everything you need to do. I have this water trap right here so that it cuts out as much moisture as possible. And I have this gun set at about the fan turned all the way out and in about a quarter turn, and then the fluid about 2 3/4 turn out. Bear with me. I know you guys probably can't hear me, but I have this respirator on. I'm still trying to talk. Before you paint, you're gonna want to use a tack cloth. It's like a blue sticky cloth to get rid of all the tiny dust particles on your car. Alright boys, the sealer is finally dry. Now we can go ahead and spray our base. Like I said before, the paint that I'll be using is Eminent White Pearl by Lexus. So it is a tri-coat. Here's the pearl and here's the base. We're gonna mix up the base real quick. It mixes 1-to-1, so that means 1 part base and 1 part reducer. Since it's cold as shit, we're gonna be using fast reducer.
400, right?
Yeah. There we go. And then we're gonna put in 400 of this. There we go.
And there you are, boys. No, but
Alright guys, first coat is now complete. As you can see, super smooth. Now, before we go ahead and spray our second coat, we're gonna tack cloth the entire thing to get rid of any overspray that might have landed and dry it on the car. This will make sure that your paint job comes out a lot cleaner. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and run my tack cloth over the whole car. Alright guys, the car is all tacked off. Now we're gonna spray our second coat of base. hope you guys can hear me. Sorry, I have to wear my respirator. It stinks in here. But we are done with base. I usually put on 3 coats of base, and usually I'll get straight to the clear. But since this is a pearl white paint job, I have to do the pearl coat right now. So that's why I'm going to be mixing this pearl right here. It also mixes 1-to-1, so 1 part this, 1 part reducer. So let's go ahead and get to mixing this so I can start spraying this.
Trying to impress me, pulling out all the stops, making my head dizzy when you tell me what you want. I just wanted you to see me, never thought you'd notice. Thought that you should know I'm already sold, so never let me go. You had me at a la 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 la. La 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 la. I can see you trying, finding ways inside my head. Lost and out of focus, I can hear a word you say. Cause I don't care about your game, I just wanted you to see me. Thought that you should know I'm already sold, so never let me go.
Alright guys, the first pearl coat is on. You can see from how it shines on all over the edges. That's the pearl glistening right there. I'm gonna spray 2 coats of this and then 1 orientational quote. That means you just spray normally, and then on your second coat, you're gonna drop the pressure a bit and then spray up from higher so that the whole car gets the same amount of pearls and they lay in the same direction, so you're good to go. All right guys, time for coat number 2 of the pearl.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too. I'm gonna tell you that I need you. I need you every day. You'll get weary of my touch, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I want you.
We're officially done with base and pearl coat, and the car has been drying for about an hour, so now we're ready to shoot some clear. Now clear coat is all up to you. You can either use 2-to-1 clear coat or 4-to-1 clear coat. It's just a personal preference. For me today, I'm gonna be using 4-to-1 clear coat, so let me go ahead and show you guys how to mix that. For the S2000 today, I'll be using this Luma base clear right here. It's a 4-to-1. If you're interested in buying this, you can buy it at any Westco auto body supply near you. We're gonna mix 4 parts clear with 1 part activator right here. Make sure you get the activator for the temperature that you're dealing with in your paint booth, or else it might lay too wet or too dry, and that's no good. For me today, I'll be using medium activator. Before we can go ahead and spray the clear, we're gonna tack the car one last time just to get every little bit of overspray or dirt off the car, because once we spray the clear, there is no more tacking. So I'll go ahead and get that taken care of. Alright guys, the car is completely tacked off. I want to tell you guys how I spray clear because it's a little bit different than base and clear. What you want to do when you spray clear is you want to spray it at a higher PSI so that the clear atomizes better, and that's what gives it a really nice finish rather than that orange peel. For this Iwata right here, I'm going to spray it around 28-30 PSI. So, let's get right to laying this glass, baby.
Center of attention, they all want some. I'm like fire, hot as the sun. The dance floor is burning, call 911. Hands on my body, I'm loving the heat, but it won't come easy, nothing's for free. If you want me, then prove it, baby.
It's boring, 1,000,000 demons surrounding me, picking a fight, it's toxic. You were the best I ever had, but every second you were screwing me over, and now I'm done with it. I guess that there was no surprise, deleting you out of my mind. Isn't it iconic, standing on the front line, steady going forward without knowing the direction. I need to be honest, it was for the better. Now every day is perfect for a lifelong celebration. Go ahead.
After 4 coats of clear, the car is finally done. S2000 is fully painted. So now, let me show you guys what the paint job looks like.
On my way home, stumbling on the pavement, yeah. No sleep in my body, last night got me wasted, yeah. Ain't nobody calling my phone up just to make sure I get home safe and sound. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I fall down and don't get up, nobody would care. Yeah, don't wanna be alone anymore, so I might as well sleep with the doors unlocked. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, I might as well sleep with the doors unlocked. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Now, in case you're wondering what the pearl looks like on the paint job, don't worry, I got you. Check this out. Oh, y'all see that bling? Look at that. In case you're wondering what color this is Lexus Eminent White Pearl. It is a 3-stage paint. Like I said before, it's base coat, pearl coat, and clear coat. And it looks freaking amazing. Now, I know in the beginning of the video, I didn't technically explain all the materials you need, but I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna tell you guys from head to toe, start to finish, what you need to complete this paint job. Please ignore the big mess. I was so tired last night, I didn't want to clean anything, but let me go ahead and show you guys what you need. So, first thing is first, you're gonna need a good spray gun. Sure, you can use a Harbor Freight spray gun, but you're gonna kill yourself in the end because there's gonna be so much orange peel. You're gonna have to cut and buff like there's no tomorrow. So pick up a nice, good paint gun. I recommend the Iwata LPH 400. This gun is like $600, but it's perfect for sealer, base, clear, pearl coat, shit. You can even spray primer with this if you wanted to. So go ahead and pick that up. Next, you're gonna need your primer sealer. So you want to use sealer over areas that you sanded through once you're done sanding the primer so that it doesn't lift and wrinkle like this. The sealer I decided to go with was this Nason sealer right here. For sealer, you want to use a color as close to your paint coat as possible so that it covers better. Since my car was white, I used a white sealer, which only makes sense. And you're going to need some activator for the sealer. Next up, you're going to need your base coat. For base coat, I decided to go with PPG Omni Plus in this Eminent White Pearl right here. And following the base coat, you're going to need your reducer. Now, this is what I learned to be very crucial and critical because you cannot use fast reducer for a complete paint job no matter what the weather is because it just dries way too fast and causes a sandpaper effect, and you don't want that. So I'd recommend a medium reducer right here, if not slow. If you could get slow reducer, that would be A1, but it is harder to spray and you risk running the paint more, but it'll be all worth it. And finally, you're gonna need your clear coat. So I choose to go with this 4:1 clear by LumaBase, but then I ran out of clear for it, so then I switched to this 2:1 LumaBase clear coat. And for clear coat, it's the same thing as reducer. You want to get an activator that's slow so that it lays down flatter. I decided to go with medium, but what I noticed with medium was it's still too fast. So by the time I got to my last coat and I used this 2:1 right here, I switched over to a slow activator. And it turned out pretty glass if you ask me. And one last thing, you're going to need lacquer thinner right here to clean out your paint gun in between coats. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up. Oh, one more thing. This is optional, but it helped me a lot. You should pick up a propane heater if you're in a cold climate. This heater saved me because when stuff was taking forever to dry, I just turned on the propane, turned on the heater, and boom. This garage went from 50 degrees to like 75 in 10 minutes. So it's amazing. But you don't want to run it while you're painting because it's an open flame. And so the moment it reaches the painting gases, you can literally explode. And trust me, you don't want that. Not only will your paint job be ruined, but your family will probably be casket shopping, so bad idea. Well, boys, that wrapped up this video. I'm sorry I left you guys on a cliffhanger with the other paint job reveal. Shout out to my friend Brett for filming that, but I was kind of in a bad mood because of that plastic thing that happened, and painting it didn't go how I thought. So I decided to just start from a clean plate and just spray everything. And I figured, why not give you guys a DIY tutorial, because I know a lot of you guys want to do this at home. But yeah, stay tuned for the up and coming videos. I still have to paint the flares. I still have to paint the door handles. And I got a hardtop for the S2K. So we'll be painting that too, as well as putting together everything. And by the way, I know like 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. So what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. Help your boy out and stay up to date with all these videos. Until the next video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.